Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Titus Wright, and good day to you. I want to talk to you today about personalities, communication, characteristics, and personality of people. And you need to know the difference in who you're dealing with. First of all, know who you are. There are six characteristics in communication personalities based on three philosophers. Those three are Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato. Now, they were born around 350 to 400 BC. Yeah, way back in the day. But check this out, how those three philosophers are interrelated. Socrates is basically one of the most well-known and respected philosophers out of the three. Now, Socrates was a mentor to Plato. Okay? Plato was his student, was his protege. Plato learned a lot of things from Socrates, and Plato was a mentor to Aristotle. Okay? In other words, Aristotle was his protege. Okay? And then, of course, Aristotle was a mentor to Alexander the Great. So that's how it's interwoven with those three philosophers. Now, let's see the personalities of those three different personalities. Aristotle, that's the first one. Number one, I'm going to share with you 6 different personality characteristics. That way, if you go into an interview or meet people, you know who you're dealing with. So let's look at Aristotle first. Aristotle is considered what they call noble, a noble type of personality. Now, that personality that he has is straight to the point. Yes or no answers. That's all he's looking for. So if he asks you a question, and I'm kind of like that, I don't want to hear a lot of verbiage, how you got there. Just let me know yes or no, and that's it. So there you have Aristotle, is straight to the point, and he will do this personality, or he or she would say something that's true, even though it may be rough, it's not watered down, it's straight to the point, and wonder, why are you upset? It's the truth. They're not very diplomatic about what they say. And so, because if it's straight to the point, they're wondering, why are you hurt? It's the truth. So that personality, I'm sort of a little bit like that, but I've curtailed myself a little better. But I like to hear straight to the point answers. Then you have Socrates. Now, Socrates is the kind of personality you'll meet where they will take their time. Instead of answering a yes and no, they will tell you how they got there. How did you get there first? And then they'll eventually tell you yes or no. For instance, if you take a test at a job location, they won't just tell you pass or fail like the Aristotle personality would. They will tell you, first of all, here's where you went wrong, or here's what happened, and it goes through the whole scenario, and then finally tell you, you did not pass the test. Where Aristotle would say, you failed, done, get out. Okay, straight to the point. They call Socrates a Socratic type of personality, where you get a lot of verbiage. So if you're a noble person like myself, you're dealing with a Socratic kind of person, you have to develop patience, because you know you're not going to get a quick yes or no answer to a question. You're going to get the whole spiel, ring around the rosy first, then they'll answer the question. Then you have the Plato personality. Now, Plato is a personality where it's called reflective. All right? They basically sugarcoat everything. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They care about your person. And so when they answer a question, they will tell you in a sweet way, you didn't pass. But it's sweet. So it's so sweet, you have to think about it. Say, wait a minute, what are they saying? Did I pass or fail? In other words, if you took a test at a job location, people walk in and say, congratulations, you did an excellent job, but I bet you, if you come back in 2 years, you'll probably get the job. So wait a minute, did I pass or fail? It's so sweet, sugar-coated, and so watered down that you have to figure out, when leaving the office, did I pass or fail? What does that mean? So now, they're reflective kind of person. You don't want to hurt your feelings. Now, then you have the fourth personality called a magistrate. Now, magistrate is a mixture of Aristotle, which is noble, and Socrates, which is Socratic. It's a mixture of the two. So yeah, they'll still tell you the truth straight up. They will tell you the truth up front. But then they have to hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer it and drive it to the ground. The truth. So not only are they hurting your feelings, but they make it long and they keep it going. It's the truth up front, but then they have to tell you more and more and more about. So it's worse than noble and worse than Socratic by itself. It's a mixture of both of them. Then you have the candidate personality, where a candidate personality is a Socratic mixed with reflective. So you have Socratic, Socrates, mixed with Plato. What does that mean? That means it's going to be sweet and long, man. It's going to be really long. You better brace yourself. You have patience with a person that's a candidate, because they're going to tell you how they got there, but not just how they got there, but it'd be a sweet, sweet story where at the end you're really wondering, what the heck happened? Did I pass or did I fail? It was a long story, but I don't know what the result was at the end. It was so sweet and long. Not just sweet, but sweet and long. And there are people like that. They're so kind, don't want to hurt your feelings, so they want to explain how you got there and explain the whole entire thing to you, and it's in a very sweet and kind way. There are good people like that as well. People who do that care about your feelings and personality, and if you're being hurt or not. Unlike the noble kinds of person who don't care. It's true, it's true, it's true, straight up. The sixth type of personality is called a senator, and that person is more or less bipolar, because it's not a blend. It's a blend. Now, it is noble and or reflective. Two extremes. You have a noble at one day, or the same day, then you turn around and then they're reflective. They're real sweet at one point, and then they're real sour at another point, but not at the same time. When this person is so sweet, then you turn your head about an hour later, and now they're like sour. Is this the same person? It's called a senator, and we call those bipolar type of personalities. You got to know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with people. You're going to run into any one of those six, all right? I know myself, I'm more of a noble personality where I'm straight to the point, no nonsense, tell me yes or no. I don't want to hear a lot of other things. Yet I know I need more patience, because if I'm dealing with a person that's Socratic or reflective, I'm going to need patience, but at least I know who I'm dealing with. That's important. Knowing who you are dealing with. Am I dealing with a person that's noble like myself? So I know to answer that person straight up, yes or no, we will blend. Or am I dealing with a person that's Socratic? At least I know who I'm dealing with. That means I need more patience. I need to listen more with that kind of person, because I know I'm not going to get a yes or no answer off the bat. I'm going to get how they got there and all the other stuff, okay? The directions. And then, of course, if a noble person is dealing with a reflective person, I know that I have to read between the lines, because it's going to be real sweet. I got to dissect exactly what the result of that was. What are they really saying to me? Because they don't want to hurt my feelings. Tell me straight up, okay? I don't mind. I don't mind. But they mind. So a reflective kind of person, which is Plato, they mind. They care about how you receive information. So they're going to make it very, very reflective and very sweet. So those are the six personalities. You have noble, Aristotle. You have Socratic, which is Socrates. You have reflective, which is Plato. Magistrate, which is a mixture of Aristotle and Socrates. And you have the candidate, which is a mixture of Socrates and Plato. Then you have the senator, which is Aristotle, noble, or Plato, reflective, but not at the same time. We call that bipolar. So Those are the 6 personality characteristics of communication. Thank you all for watching. I'm Titus Wright. Don't forget, any comments, look down at the bottom and make your comments known and subscribe to the program. Again, I'm Titus Wright. Have a fantastic day. God bless you, and so long.